Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. One more time, we are here and we are here for it. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me get my stuff ready and good to go so that we can get going right here. So I'm getting all my YouTube docs and the chats and everything that's needed running. So yeah, the chats are all live and everything is good to go. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming. Um, Today is a great day and we are here for it. Yes. So the long awaited day is here. It's been a long time coming. I've been preparing for the clash of the Titans. The clash of the Titans. It is once again great to be here, and I can see Anoke is here. Anoke said, and I read his message. It says, okay, Mensa Frank is in. Thank you so much for tuning up, ladies and gentlemen. Anoche is here. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody in from Nigeria, from Ghana, everywhere that you're watching me from. Thank you so much for turning up. We are here today for the big showdown, and I hope everybody can hear me loud and clear, and also you can see the screen for yourself. So yeah, absolutely. So we have already 6 concurrent viewers are on, and we have some 2 chats already going. Let me know in the comment section. Just drop it down. Where you're from and your name and how you're feeling about today. Are you ready for this? Okay, are you ready for this the same way I am? You can see on your screen, yeah, Bitcoin versus Pi Network head to head. They go head to head, and we are going to do the head to head comparison. Okay, and today is a great day the Lord has made. Wonderful, and I'm here for it. So jumping straight in, I am going to start it off right now. Okay, so today we are going to be diving deep into what makes Bitcoin and the clash between Bitcoin and Pi Network great, and one that needs to be watched all over the globe. Bitcoin currently, the bell has brought me on board. Good. Richard Alumai. Good. It's good to see everybody here. Kama is here. He said watching from Bhutan. Good. Thank you so much for tuning up and for turning in. That is how we want everything to go. Okay, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive deep into this topic. Okay, so Bitcoin has already been in the news. We know about it. We've seen about it. We know that Bitcoin currently is sitting at a very comfortable lead. Bitcoin is the OG that has been around for so long. It's been enjoying its tenure for so long. However, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to say we have a competitor for Bitcoin, and that is the Pi Network, and it is coming fast. Today I'm going to be unbiased. Okay, I'm going to lay it down as it is. We're going to see which of the Titans literally is able to take the lead when it comes to the ultimate as the decentralized, the top dog when it comes to decentralized cryptocurrency. Okay, we already know that around the world a lot of people are already on the Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is a player, is already around and is doing amazingly wonderful. Pi Network is coming with speed, with force, with momentum, with everything that you can think of, yet coming in thick and fast. And today we are here for a wonderful educational session where we're going to be looking or diving deep into the various aspects of these two cryptocurrencies. Okay, Now, without further ado, let's go in. Thank you all for coming in. Please, if you haven't subscribed, kindly please do so and hit the like button, subscribe button. I can see all the people turning up. I have with me. I'll just give some quick shout outs and then we will carry on from there. We have Obon Abesiakere, and we have Mensa Frank, we have Anoche Lawrence. Anoche Lawrence has been on since last night. Yeah, last night I came in to deliver the new update that came from the Pi network, and if you haven't watched it, please, I advise that you do watch it. We have Richard Alumai Kama in the house and many other people. Let's look at the total number of people that have turned up here as of now. We have, let's see. Okay. So we have right now 12 views and we have 9 people on here. So someone said 5 years time. Can I get your honest opinion on how much Picoin would worth in 5 years time? Okay, don't worry about it. So today, once we finish with the session for the day, then I'll be able to take some questions and answers. We'll be coming in with all that. So don't worry. If you have any question, just put it in the comment section. And when we start, after the whole show today, I will chip it in and we'll get going. Okay. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let the battle begin. So, today we're going to be judging these two on a whole number of comparisons, okay? We're going to look at the market. We're going to be looking at how viable it is. We're going to be looking at its cost effectiveness. We're going to be looking at so many other factors involved. So, let's start. Good. So today, like I said, we are starting first of all with accessibility and mining process. Now, yesterday I put in that this is an extensive research that I did yesterday, and it's very detailed, and I found so many other interesting bits that you need to know regarding Bitcoin, its current position, even though it's at the top. Can it sustain that power at the very top, or is it going to slip in the coming days? Okay, and then on the other side of Pi network, is it going to withstand the pressures? Is it going to be able to take in that pressure that is coming right now? A whole lot of other factors. For example, Bitcoin has been tried, has been tested. It has come under attack several times, and still standing, it has been able to ward off all these attacks, not just attacks coming from hackers, but also attacks that have been coming from the media, claiming it as illegitimate as a couple of years back. But right now, we all know it is currently standing at the very top and is doing pretty well. Now, just before I progress, let me just chip in. There were some updates that was said on a couple of reputable news agencies that are predicting, that if Bitcoin keeps in the trajectory that it is going, there's a possibility and a likelihood of us seeing a possible $300,000 dollars per one Bitcoin by the ending of 2025. Okay, this is an alleged figure as stated by the crypto news agency, which I wouldn't put it past it, provided the things that the amount that is in circulation at the moment and how far it has come, and with the likes of certain individuals in the realm of power that have interest in the crypto space. Okay, but that is not to say that Pi Network 2 is not doing its bit. So let's jump in. We are going to be looking at accessibility and mining process. Now, this is a big topic, okay? Every cryptocurrency, for it to really thrive, you need to be able to have a mining process which is ongoing, which is something that is beneficial to the general public, which is cost effective, and which is not energy demanding. Now, between these two, we're going to talk about the mining process. Bitcoin's mining process is known as the proof of work. Okay, it is the proof of work, meaning that it is your computer or the mining capability of a computer or memory or GPU, whichever way you're going to put it, that determines. So once that computing power have been able to done a certain calculation mathematically, okay, then it is rewarded by 1 Bitcoin. Now the difficulty level of mining also count. Currently, the difficulty level of mining of Bitcoin is really, really, really high, and as a result of that, you need a huge amount of CPU power or computing power, memory capabilities to be able to perform that calculation. Okay, now with the introduction of quantum computing as at present, which far surpasses the average memory capabilities or processing powers that we currently have globally. Yeah, we have the likes of major tech companies that are moving towards this quantum. Now, if they go by the quantum processing, or if quantum processing becomes a major thing, then we are going to be seeing a much more improvement in the Bitcoin processing capabilities, even if the difficulty level is raised even further. Okay, so that is on the side of Bitcoin. Now, the key thing about Bitcoin is that because of its huge demand for huge computing capabilities, it causes an increase in the demand for power. Okay, the demand for power, and a lot of people who are into Bitcoin, especially those who are into the mining of it, okay, or those who assist in aiding it to be able for its network to run smoothly, are facing the issue or the challenge of having to deal with how to get energy, okay, consistent supply, consistent effortless flow of constant energy. Okay, now most of them result to going the other way in terms of how they get their hands on this energy, and some of them have been reported in the news with the likes of using colloquial ways in order to get their hands on energy so that it can power their computers and hardware to be able to further help the network in performing its daily activities or functions. And this has raised a lot of questions within the government. Okay, within the government, I remember a couple of years back we had a lot of issues where most of the energy grid provided by most of these countries were seen geographically to be channeled to a certain location in within these major mining sectors, and that caused a huge lot of problems. The likes of load shedding started happening, too much demand for the energy, producing too much heat, too much waste, and in terms of environmental safety, it was not good. So in terms of environmental safety and Bitcoin woefully fails the test. So in terms of the mining process, Bitcoin is not on the good side. Now let's turn to the Picoin. Okay, now Picoin works this way. The mining of Picoin, okay, is done on your phone, your mobile phone. Okay, the bit of Picoin which demands computing power is literally that of the supernodes and nodes. What are the supernodes and the nodes? The supernode and or the node, for example, I myself, I've always been saying I'm a node user, and that means that I help the network to be able to process data. But the most interesting thing about it is that unlike Bitcoin, Picoin works on the proof of stake. Okay, the proof of stake. The proof of stake is a much lesser energy demanding means of processing or mining of your Pi coins or its cryptocurrency. Is dependent primarily on a much faster means of transaction, which require minimal energy for its processing. I mean, if you are mining it on your phone, you can as well know that it requires minimal capabilities, and it's more of a security means of so it's more of like a proof of stake. So each person on the network has to prove that you indeed have made that mining, and that is how its proof goes about, and it's also a means of security by that means. Okay, so in terms of this comparison, environmental wise or energy consumption wise in the mining process, or the viability of its mining process, literally goes in favor of Pi coins. Okay, now this is my unbiased deduction and research. Okay, now going on the board, we can see Bitcoin against Pi coin. Bitcoin requires expensive hardware and consumes large energy. Okay, now the Pi network, on this other hand, uses mining through mobile technology or mobile phones, which require minimum to no almost to no energy consumption. Okay, and it's also accessible to all. But because of for example, Bitcoin is not that accessible to all. So in this case, we jump on to the accessibility. How easy is this cryptocurrency available to you, or the average person who is walking on the street, or the average person who has zero knowledge about cryptocurrency? Okay, if you come to Bitcoin has a total, okay, are you ready? A total of about 21 million Bitcoins available on the globally, which is very scarce. It's very small. If you take into account the ones that have been lost by most people, okay, that especially the very starters of it, some of them have lost it, some of them forgotten their wallet address, etc. and etc. They've lost it. So in terms of accessibility, how easy you can get the cryptocurrency is very, very difficult. Okay, especially for the Bitcoin, it's very difficult. Right now, you have major countries that have incorporated or have made purchases of this Bitcoin, and as a result of it, it further dwindles the quantity that's available, with the most majority of it being located, I think, within the United States of America. It's been held by different firms, okay, different corporate giants, and then the rest is also, some of them are also held by the country itself. The likes of the current president in the United States of America currently is looking to up that, because he has an ambition to be the world superpower in terms of holding that cryptocurrency. But turning on also onto the Pi network, accessibility. Pi network is very accessible. Currently, we have a total of about 100 billion Pi coins in available or having been mined. 20 billion of it is being held by the Pi core team. The remaining 80 is literally what most of the pioneers have been mining. And in terms of accessibility on a global scale, it's available for all, whichever, depending on whichever individual you are. As long as you have your mobile phone, you can gain access to it. Now let's move to another thing which I put on here, and that is the node users, okay, or the nodes of these two cryptocurrencies. We're going to do a comparison of the nodes. Now you can see on the screen a chart where it says Bitcoin and Picoin node distribution. Okay, now the very one that you can see to your left is what we call, so I'll pull mine on here so we can both study it together. So on your left, you can see a region, a yellow distribution within America. Now, majority of Bitcoin's distribution or node users are based in the United States of America. It's not that other countries don't have it, but it's not significant enough. But in total, Bitcoin node users, the whole world, and this new information is updated 2025 information. Like I said, I did an extensive research before coming on here because I want to provide you guys with the most up-to-date information and coming in with all that you need to know. So moving on, Bitcoin in total, okay, globally have a total node availability of 200,000 nodes, and they are all located. All in total is 200,000, with the majority of it are located in the United States of America. Okay, China was leading as a node distribution of the Bitcoin. However, due to government issues and crackdown, because the energy consumption is very demanding, and as a result of that, most of them had to stop that action or had to stop in their tracks. So on that aspect, you can see that America has quite a huge amount of node users or nodes for the Bitcoin. So for all the Bitcoin to function, or for all the Bitcoin in circulation and working, it is these 200,000 nodes available that is actually empowering or pushing the Bitcoin network. Okay, that's pushing the Bitcoin network. Now let us turn our attention also to the Pi network. Okay, so onto the right where you see the Pi sign, absolutely, that is the global Pi nodes as of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, as of 2025, this is up-to-date information, very, very current, from multiple sources and also from the network itself. We can see what is going on. Now, I'm going to break it down so that you have a better understanding of what you're seeing on your screen. Global Pi nodes, okay? Now, global Pi nodes, all in total, amass to way more. So sorry, just for correction purposes, the total nodes of Bitcoin is not 200,000, it's 20,000. Okay, 20,000. Let me get that fact right. 20,000 nodes. So let's look at the Pi network. Now the Pi network's node globally is well over 50,000 nodes. Yes, well over 50,000 nodes. Now the distribution is what you see over there. 35,474 nodes, active nodes, are located in China, meaning that the Chinese market, or the Chinese leaning towards Bitcoin, Picoin, is really high. So we have majority of the Pi network nodes are located in China. Now, whether it is a super node or whether it is an ordinary node, they have the highest majority of the nodes that help the Pi network to function, because the adoption over there is very high. Okay, now one thing is for sure, a lot of people have turned to cryptocurrency because of economic hardships and also instability of the global market in terms of monetary or money wise. Okay, so that is on that side. Now United States is second. Japan is South Korea is second with 24,072 nodes for the Pi network. So China, for the Pi network, China has 35,474 active nodes currently. Now there could be more as time goes on, because as we go closer to mainnet and as more people pass their KYC and as they become after becoming validators, then they will gain the opportunity, or they'll gain the pass, or the eligibility will now hit them for them to become node users. I, for one, I've passed my KYC successfully. I have been a validator for a while, with over 390 something validations already done, and now that makes me eligible for me to become what you call a node user, and I am an active node user at the moment. Now let's not forget, all these comes with incentives. So even if you become a node user, you still will be earn some Pi coins by the Pi network. Okay, now let's move on. Next on the top on the list is Japan. Japan has 18,341 active node users for the Pi network. Okay, for the Pi network. So on a scale, or in comparison with node wise, okay, or let me put it like computing power, which is helping the network to stay active and vibrant, the Pi network far outweighs the Bitcoin. And secondly, because of its low energy cost, the Pi network is sustainable in terms of energy wise. So there's issues with the likes of government issues that has to do with energy consumption, is something that we are not going to be seeing with the Pi network. But on the other hand, we already have been seeing with Bitcoin, and that gives Picoin an upper hand when it comes to both accessibility and to mining process. Okay, and mining process. Now there are other countries that have been doing node, that have been serving as node users for the Pi community, okay, for the Pi network, but these four are the most in terms of the numbers. Okay, not that there are other reputable mentions, Singapore and other countries, also Singapore and some few places in Africa, Nigeria, and in some parts in Ghana. All these have access to node, but it's very small in comparison to what is available for the Pi. What is very small in comparison to what is in other countries which are have Pi network running, or are interested in the Pi network. Okay, now we have 17 people on here. Please do hit the like, subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, because there's more information here. We give you up-to-date information as it comes. Now let's move on to the next comparison between the two. So on the clash of accessibility and mining process, the figures don't lie, and we can all see it. Bitcoin currently is taking a beating by Pi network on that section. Let's see other things that comes into play. Now next on is adoption and market recognition. Adoption and market recognition is a very key thing that comes very handy when it comes to Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Okay, how are people adopting to it? How are people accepting the cryptocurrency? Are people using it for different purposes or not? Market recognition also is a key thing, which is very informative, and it's something that people need to pay attention to. So I'm going to go through with this one. So Bitcoin market ledger is highly recognized, okay, and trusted by institutions. Good. We have many institutions in America and globally that have now accepted Bitcoin. At the very early stages of Bitcoin, it was not accepted. It was frowned upon. Countries, banks, big institutions and corporations really turned it down because they were not comfortable with it. A lot of people were advised not to go into cryptocurrency, but in today's terms, a lot of banks are literally trying to incorporate Bitcoin into, or to gain some amount of Bitcoin with their running day-to-day running, because once the fiat currency, okay, once fiat currencies start acting up in terms of inflation goes up, depreciation of the value due to one or two things, a lot of investors, a lot of people turn away from putting their money in the banks and stuff and move it to, or look for alternatives when it comes to cryptocurrency, and they are always looking for a cryptocurrency that is number one, stable, and a cryptocurrency that is well known, and one that will give them the higher profit. Everybody's looking for profit. Everybody wants to go to the side where it counts. So Pi Network is growing. It has a growing user base, community driven, but Pi Network lacks market maturity. Why does it lack market maturity? Because it's not yet on mainnet. So obviously, in comparison, or on the level of adoption, and when I say adoption, I mean active adoption, where people are actually using it and it's out there. Yeah, Bitcoin is giving back a heavy punch back onto Pi Network, but not for long, because with the news on the news or the updates is that Pi Network is going to go mainnet very, very soon, in the first quarter of of this year, which is January, February, or March. And as we all know, the current news is the KYC is coming to an end, and today is, I think, about 13 days to go. So yeah, we are here for it, and we are going to be monitoring activities as they progress gradually, and I'll be coming to you with more updates when that happens. So on adoption wise, Bitcoin is highly adopted, okay, by reputable companies all over the globe, and as a result of that, it gives Picoin a heavy blow, which has not yet achieved that level yet. But it's not something to blame it on, because I mean, it's not yet on mainnet, but we are looking for it to go on mainnet very soon. Bitcoin nodes. So this is in reference to the node that I talked about. So as I made that inversion, okay, so I've got some chat going up. I'll have a look at it in a minute. So as I told you earlier on, Bitcoin has a total of right about 16,000 to 20,000, yeah, as I said, active nodes as of 2025. So its overall node availability is far smaller than what we have in Pi Network. Okay, Frank says, are those having tentative approval issues part of the KYC grace period? Yes, it is. They are, because it was emphatically stated in the update that came yesterday. Not just them, but also those who have, for one reason or the other, didn't pass their KYC as a result of, number one, as a result of a name issue that was not in conformity. You have a second chance to prove yourself and to do that, but it's going to cost you some Pi coins, so just prepare yourself for that. If you happen not to have Pi coins as at that time, then I'm very sorry about it, because especially if you've not already been migrated, or if you don't have enough Pi coins available for that to be done, then that will be a sorry issue. But all the same, the grace period has been extended. Not the grace period for KYC. The deadline is still the same. However, opportunity has been given for anyone who failed for the reason that I mentioned. So that's number one. And an issue that has to do with your ID or your name change. If something like that was what failed you, please, you can do it again. And for those who failed due to liveness check being that there are some people who, they brought in some people into the video feed, and as a result of that fails you, because you have two people looking into the camera. Which of you is the one that we are doing the liveness check? We don't know. So yeah, so all that is in. So someone said, Abby, I have done everything I need to do, still on tentative. Well, the news came yesterday, and they showed also, and it's supposed to be on your Pi Network screen. So if you go there, have a quick look, it shows you where to go to do it, especially in the account. It could be that yesterday they've made extra changes to help you to be able to get out of that tentative KYC. Okay, with that being said, let's get back on what we're talking about. So depending on network activity, Bitcoin has 16 in terms of the nodes, Bitcoin has 16 to 20,000 active nodes as of 2025, and depending on its network activity, thousands of additional nodes operate as private or non-listing nodes. So yeah, it could be that the numbers of Bitcoin nodes probably could run into, let's give it a benefit of doubt, a couple of thousands more. So let's say 30,000. Yeah, let's say 30,000 in total. But even with that, still it is not compared to the active node users of the Pi network. China alone is literally 35,500 or 400 and something strong, which is a big move and a big push for the Pi network to be able to sustain itself and keep progressing along. Number two, let's talk about the geographical distribution. So we touched on this a bit, but these are more of percentages which I'm going to point out. So United States leads with 30%. Like I said, it has majority of Pi nodes, Bitcoin nodes, all on a global scale. 30% of all Bitcoin nodes. Germany has 17% of nodes thanks to favorable tech infrastructure. Okay. Now, when it comes to France, Netherlands, and the UK, significant presence in Europe. Okay. So they have some significant presence in Europe, but it's not that much not so much that it can be counted in. So you have like these are like individuals who are doing a little bit of mining on their own, trying to get their hands on some Bitcoins here and there. The likes of Australia, Canada, and Japan, they have moderate distribution. Now, node characteristics. Okay, hardware is hardware intensive for the Bitcoin. Requires robust hardware and substantial internet bandwidth. So you need both internet, a very good internet source that is literally going on for the Bitcoin for you to be able to mine Bitcoin, and it's energy dependent, so it drains a lot of energy, large amount of data for blockchain validation, and it operates primarily on full node software like Bitcoin Core. Okay, so it demands quite a lot. Okay, now let's look at the figures of the Pi network. Okay, so the total nodes, and that takes us to the next slide. The total nodes is about 200,000 plus active nodes as of 2025, over 200,000. So like I said, the figures that you saw when I showed you the pie chart is figures that are in the highest numbers. There are, just as Bitcoin, there are other independent and private node users from different various countries all around the world, and they contribute. So Pi network has a whopping 200,000 plus active, let's put the keyword in mind, active node users, and especially with mainnet looming around the edges, everybody is moving about, everybody is up and sharp. Now let me chip in this very key information. Okay, do you know that the most searched cryptocurrency information is Pi network currently? The Pi network is searched 190,000 times on the internet, over 190,000 times, far beating the likes of Bitcoin and others. So it means a lot of people are trying to get to know more about it. They've heard of it, that there is a cryptocurrency that for 4 years or 5 years have been active, and they've been working at it, and now they are finally about to go on mainnet. And which one is it? They are all looking about it, they are all trying to search. And that's the thing, because people are searching, trying to see if they can buy it, but then they find out that why is this news all over the place? Why is Pi network all over the place? However, when I go to try and buy it, I can't buy it. Yes, that's because it's all being held by the pioneers, ladies and gentlemen, and it's yet to go on mainnet, which is in the first quarter of this year. And we are here for it. You are here for it. So secure your Pi. If you're on tentative KYC, don't worry about it. The Pi network team yesterday updated, which I brought to you before going to bed, all the updates that you need to know. It's very essential. Now let's go back on, and then we'll carry on from there. So the Pi network has over 200,000 active nodes users, significantly more than Bitcoin. Absolutely. Nodes are run by community members using desktop and mobile phone. Absolutely. So most of the nodes are mostly used by the by community, mostly dependent on the computers, okay, for the node. The super nodes, those are the ones who are using a little bit more advanced versions, or a very computer specified for the to help the network to be able to prosper and move on progressively. Now, geographical distribution: China leads with 35,474 nodes, reflecting the strong community participation. Okay, so that is from the China. That's from China. So the Chinese, like I said, the Chinese market is literally big, and when Pi network goes on mainnet, we are going to see a huge activity on the network, and which is going to be primarily based in China. So China is going to have a huge. Now, with the likes of America, I don't know if the war, the crypto wars of, or looking to get more crypto, or to be at the helm of affairs, is going to come in this situation, or scenario, or the clash between these two crypto tech giants, Bitcoin and Pi network, is something going to be that we are going to also see in the likes of America and all these other countries that it usually on a day-to-day basis are in competition. Okay, so the competition is going to be hot, the competition is going to be on, and we are here for it, and it's all going to help the ecosystem anyway. So we will see how that goes. So South Korea has 24,072 nodes, demonstrating a tech savvy user base. Japan has 18,341 nodes, capitalizing on the mobile first accessibility. United States sits at 9,322 nodes, with growing interest from crypto enthusiasts. So United States is building up, but China is already up, way up in terms of the numbers. Singapore and Southeast Asia holds hubs due to high so their hubs are very active hubs due to high user engagement. Okay, so they are also picking up gradually. Now I think once mainnet hits, we're going to see a huge amount of different companies, news and here and there, all over the globe, all over the internet, regarding Pi network, and people are going to churn in trying to get their hands on some of the coins. Developers are also going to churn in trying to get more apps in there for pioneers to use. They're going to be polishing more of their apps, and the pioneers who are already developers will have a lot to contend with, so we need to move really fast. Now, node characteristics on the Pi network: it has a low energy requirement. It is designed to operate oh, sorry, it seems that bit has been so it's designed to operate on standard devices like PCs and mobile phones. Okay, nodes primarily verify transactions within the Pi ecosystem, and also it relies on a Stellar Consensus Protocol, which is known as the SCP, the Stellar Consensus Protocol, for lightweight and scalable validation. Now, this is what sets the whole thing apart, because the Stellar Consensus, there are other cryptocurrencies or platforms that also do use Stellar Consensus, with the likes of XRP, which currently right now is sitting at a whopping, or is looking to make history with this price going to, the first time in history, $3, which is going to be a very good, a big positive thing for those who have been holding XRP for a long time. So that's it. Yeah, the SEC is trying again to try and get its hands or its neck on XRP, but XRP is like I have oil on my neck, or that oil on my head has flown to my neck, so you can't hold me. So something like that for XRP users. A big up to XRP holders. I mean, it's been a long time waiting, and I'm finally happy that they are making stride now because of this. So this is just so you know, I'll be coming with more updates. I'm cooking up something for which I'll be coming in on a daily basis to give you some, tip nips of what crypto trends and stuff are going on. But I'll chip that in. So just to chip this one in. So the current ETF, okay, or the market, because of the fluctuations in the fiat currency globally, it is affecting investors. Trends, or investors are shifting their eyes towards cryptocurrency, and currently XRP, having stood the test of time, withstanding their ground and holding on to its roots solidly, is now making good wins. And as a result of it, a lot of people are also trying to turn their heads to that side, because the fees and everything comes into play. It's much more smaller, and it's faster in terms of transaction in comparison to Bitcoin. Okay, now key differences. Okay, summary. So Bitcoin nodes are fewer in number, but are critical for maintaining its ecosystem, okay, for maintaining the network security and decentralization. Now, their high energy and hardware requirements make them concentrated in developed regions with advanced infrastructure. So for Bitcoin to function, that place it has to have consistent supply of energy. It has to have the infrastructure, the hardware to be able to maintain it. So the likes of smaller countries or smaller companies or smaller individuals without that high tech without all those high tech things or hardware will have a problem, adjusting to it and being able to adapt to it. If I'm going to be paying more money sending Bitcoin to a friend, what's the point? If I'm trying to send Bitcoin worth $100,000 and then I'm literally being charged about $20,000 for transfer fees, I think it defeats the purpose of me sending it to that person. And that is something that the Pi network has been have addressed with the transfer fee of 0.5099 Pi coins for transaction. Okay, so that is a positive too also for the network. Now, Pi network nodes, on the other hand, prioritize accessibility and decentralization, resulting in a larger number of nodes, especially emerging markets. Okay, while Bitcoin nodes are foundational for its blockchain. Now, the Pi nodes focus on lightweight operations and community engagement, catering to a broader and more inclusive user base. Okay, so now on to the next one. So energy efficiency and environmental impact. Real quick, Bitcoin's high energy consumption due to the proof of work, and then the Pi network also has a low energy usage with the Stellar Consensus Protocol. Now let's move on to something. Now, community engagement and growth. Now this is very key and very important. For every successful cryptocurrency, or for a cryptocurrency to be successful, it has to have a huge community engagement, okay? Because it's the people who are going to engage the cryptocurrency to make it more viable, to make it more accessible, and to make it more engaging in terms of its growth, okay? Now, Bitcoin has a strong network, okay, and is decentralized, but lacks centralized leadership. Now, obviously, that's the main thing. You're trying to avoid as much as you can a monopolization of the cryptocurrency by a specific individual or a specific group. So in that case, I'll say Bitcoin not having that centralized leadership is very good for the network. Every network needs to have that. That way you don't have somebody controlling some few things, okay? Now, Pi network is community driven, so basically it's a community based network, and the community puts a lot of backing on it, and it's mobile first, and it's a rapidly growing user base. Okay, now Bitcoin is proof of work. Our Pi network is a proof of stake, meaning the community is basically the security that is backing it up. Now, the only thing that I think Bitcoin has on us is the fact that Bitcoin has been tried, tested, and over the years it has gone through a whole lot. Most cryptocurrencies will have to go through that. With the likes of XRP is literally bulldozing its way, head-on collision with the authorities or with the powers that be around in terms of clamping down on cryptocurrency activity, and that as a result of that, as you can clearly see, is affecting it. So Bitcoin Pi network is yet to face those ones, and I know once mainnet hits, we are going to come in with a huge load of attacks. And this is not me trying to be pessimistic, but it's good for the network because it strengthens you. It helps you to chip away all the irregularities and the nicks around it, so that you can streamline and have a very smooth, tried, tested, because we're going to come under attack. It will come. It will come. Hackers and all these other individuals who are trying to gain, especially when the market value is literally going up, you're going to see hackers who are will try every single possible means to come in there and take some Pi coins from somebody. There are going to be people who are going to be so greedy that they'll go in for the quick rich scheme in terms of put 5 Pi coins in and get 100 Pi coins. Some people will buy it, and we know this and it's coming. People will buy it, they'll go in, and you lose your Pi coins to some individual hiding somewhere. So it is up to the community to protect everybody who is on the network. It is up to the community to safeguard the integrity of the network as much as possible. Okay, so we need this to be to help. It is the community for Pi network. Okay, it is a community for Pi network, and gradually as time goes on, we're going to see huge corporations also coming in, the same as they did with Bitcoin, especially when the news hits on a global scene. For example, if you have the likes of CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, and all these other major news agencies broadcasting, and also when we start seeing Pi coins climbing to the top 10 cryptocurrencies, or even to the top 5, and then eventually chasing up with the likes of Ethereum, with the likes of Solana, with the likes of Bitcoin at the top, is going to be a top dog that people are going to really pay attention to. All of a sudden, big huge companies will be trying to get their hands on it as soon as possible, because they wouldn't leave it for the countries. Currently, there are some countries, or most of the countries, have some stock of Bitcoin as an asset, okay, as a means of storage, and America, India, Japan, all these other companies, they all are in. Now, if we have a huge market in terms of China be holding majority of the node users, there is a possibility, okay, that community-wise, I'm pretty sure some of these users are literally have links or are directly involved in the helm of government, and will be pushing for the government to get a hold of some of these coins, especially when the government knows that majority of its citizens are on this network. They will want to get their hands on, and that's where the struggle for that remaining 80 billion will come into focus, because a lot of companies are going to be jumping on it, a lot of people are going to be jumping on it, and a lot of countries are going to be jumping on it, trying to be the lead in terms of who has the most Pi coins. And that is where we are going to see an astronomical increase in the value, and that's where people will be yearning to sell. They will make every means possible for you to sell your Pi coins, and that decision probably will be up to you. Someone said, I thought core team will deactivate their account as well as the buyers. So when you say deactivate the account, what do you mean? So it's not that they are going to be actively involved in it. Of course, the network has to be maintained, so they will not just deactivate all that amount of money and just put it somewhere. No. So some of these 20 billion, it will go down. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay. It seems my network temporarily went in terms of okay. We are back on. All right. So it's not that the Pi network core team is going to deactivate entirely. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, so that 20 billion that they are putting aside is for activities, so node running from other people who are on the network, because it's not just going to be validation and everything. There are other activities that the Pi core team will be doing, verification and clarification of D apps that are going to be developed, because they have to go through a certain phases. For it to go on a network, it has to go through a vetting phase, so that we know that it's authentic, it's safe, it's sound. We have to know how the D app has been constructed. Is it going to be the type of apps which is going to take data, and what are they going to do with all those data? So if you go on Amazon, like for example, if you go on iOS Play Store, okay, or Google Play, every single app has to put down how it's going to use the data, okay, so that you know that okay, they are taking my data, like my name, my address, and all that. What are they going to do with it? So all these things it has to conform with the security and the protocols of the Pi network, and also it has to conform with the data protection of the European Union and other bodies or companies on a global scale. Okay, so it is very important. It's very important. But the fact that we've already done KYC is a big feat on its own, that we have gotten that far, and it's a big plus for the Pi network. So it's a good thing. Now, moving on to what we have. So community and engagement and growth. So on the community engagement and growth, Bitcoin, I'll say both of them are on pair, because Bitcoin has a huge community, although it's not all of them that are, when I say community, it's not all of them that are individual based. It's more of like companies and governments and organizations. All these ones, they are keeping it running and alive. Very few individuals have a couple of Bitcoins in for themselves, okay, and then the rest basically has to be with the countries and the firms, and as a result of that, that's what we see. Whilst on the other hand, the Pi community has a very strong user base, over 60 million users on this network before even going mainnet, which is a big feat and something that most of these others don't achieve. So on that note, you can see that both of them have a good user base community wise. So they are like, it's one. They both are on pair when it comes to community engagement and growth. The growth on Bitcoin is that Bitcoin right now have so many ETFs and all that, and it's an alternative that people look at when the market or the stock market starts to shake up a little bit. Okay, people tend to move immediately towards that direction of Bitcoin, and that also is helping it with its growth. Pi network's growth, literally we can see the active involvement of the KYC of its members. We can see the active involvement of apps that are on the platform that are functioning very, very, very well, and that is a good and a big feat for them. So it's a good thing that the apps are running. It's a good thing that you can see the patronization, you can see the development of new apps on the platform, apps that are really, really great, and they are doing different functions on the platform, and it's really good for you and me that all these apps are functioning. And like I said, that 20 billion that the PiCore team have set aside is going to go into all these things. So payments for vetting, all these things have to be done properly. And just as yesterday they delivered the message that if you want to do your revalidation or of your KYC after failing, then it is imperative that you make a payment of Pi coins, and then you get that done through your account. Okay, so you go into your app, you go to your account session, and you should see information there regarding like revalidation or resubmitting your submission to them that you want to repass or something like that. And I hope on subsequent ones people are going to turn and place a positive eye watch on these things. Okay, now let's move on. Security and decentralization. Now we're talking about security and decentralization on the level of security wise. Okay, as you can see here, so let me show you. So it says, yeah, so it says Bitcoin most secure due to the proof of work decentralized. Okay, now Bitcoin security wise is a proof of work, so there's a huge amount of security on there because you need to make that proof. And then on the Pi network, users which uses the SCP, which I've already explained, the scalable but untested for large scale attacks. Okay, so Bitcoin has been through different attacks. Hackers have tried their best. They've done so many things. Some people have stolen huge amount of money. Hackers have stolen huge amount of money due to a chip or a nick in the system or the setup or the software here and there, but they came back it came back up and it's still running, and as a result of that, a lot of people even lost their monies through that, but still strong. Bitcoin stood its test. Now it is time also for the Pi network to also prove that the SCP is strong and is able to withstand attacks, and that is going to be largely dependent on you and me as part of the security circle to make sure that we flush out any person who is not in for the interest of the network, and that comes into play. Number one, that's why we have the security like the KYC. Now, KYC is one of them because KYC is a form of security where if the person comes, he's doing the verification, we have your ID, we have your information, we've double checked it. If you claim, so for example, most hackers would not like to show their face, so obviously would use different means of going around it, try to use AI or some other form of it. Now, AI will not do certain actions or cannot, and obviously if you can see something, of course there are very high advanced ones that are very close to human likeness, but obviously you'll be able to notice the subtlety. And the second thing is during verification, and the second thing is there are other things that you can do which you will see. For example, the liveness check is a means of security, and also the identification is a means of security. So if it doesn't confirm, if I verify that no it is not, and one other person also confirmed no it is not, and the third person confirmed that no this person is not legit, then automatically you are kicked out immediately. Now that is a form of security. So someone says I am setting up my node now from Australia. Brilliant. That's very good. It's always good to have nodes all over the globe. So we have some in Australia. I myself am a node user. I'm in UK, and then we have other places around the world. China, it's big. It is massive. So this is good. Well done, brother. Well done, and keep it up. So the Pi network team, the Pi network team is yet to face a major attack and survive it. And I'm hoping and praying that. And I know it's going to come, but we have to be ready when it comes. Okay. So on the level of security, I would say the Bitcoin is giving a heavy punch, but Pi network is taking it because it's not yet on mainnet, so we cannot say. I think it will be fair once both of them go on to once Pi network go on mainnet and then it faces attack and it's able to, we see how it's gonna take or how we're going to take it. If no attack is able to penetrate through, then you can know that it is solid and that it is firmer than the Bitcoin, which will be a very good thing for all of us, including the Pi Core team. Now, like I said, the Pi Core team do watch my videos because they've been making some adjustments to their things based on some updates that I've been bringing in and some recommendations, and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you, Pi Core team. Today is a big one, and like I said, I'm going to be unbiased. I'll say it as it is, as the research points out. The figures don't lie, and some of them, yeah, it's for a good reason because we can clearly see there's nothing that can be done about it in that manner. Now let's move on to the next one. So just before I go to the next one, decentralization. So like I said, both of these are decentralized crypto firms. Now for the larger majority, I'll say Bitcoin is not so decentralized, okay, especially when not everybody has access to it, okay, globally. So I'll say on the level of decentralization, I'll say Pi network is literally giving a heavy punch back to Bitcoin for the security. But of course, both of them are key things that is very required for a seamless, smooth flowing of a cryptocurrency. And on this one, I'll give I'll say both of them have given each other punches. Yeah, Bitcoin for its security strong. Have gone through the gutters and come out fit, ready with heavy punch. Pi network has been steadily working its muscles, and is flexing right now as is standing as a tech giant in terms of decentralization. It's everywhere in the world, globally. Everywhere you find Pi network pioneers, and that also is a heavy punch to Bitcoin. Now, moving on, utility and real world application. Now, this is a very important aspect. I have talked about some aspect of this, especially with the utility on this platform. So anyone who has been following me, you would know, or who has been following this platform, or Hops Global, you will know that we've dived into the first part of this, which is the utility. Okay, utility is a very key thing when it comes to how a cryptocurrency fares, or how a cryptocurrency is going to be doing. Now, if you look at real world utility and real world application, the likes of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is accepted globally. That's number one. Used as store of value and for transaction. Now, as far as we know, these are the only two things that Bitcoin is known for and is worth for at the moment. It is used as a means of transaction, okay, and also as a store of value. Now, as a means of transaction, it is not everyone that is accepting it, okay? The local person, the local market at the corner is not accepting it because it costs more money for the transfer fee than than the price of the item that you are buying. And that puts it down. And the reason why it costs more money is because it requires a lot of hardware to be able to do the processing of its transaction. And because of that, it raises the value, it raises the price, okay, for the fees. And then when the fees goes up, it leaves people asking the question, why should I pay? Like I said, if I'm going to buy a car for £30,000, okay, and you are accepting, or you are saying I should pay it, I can pay it in Bitcoin. But then when I pay that Bitcoin of 30,000 worth of £30,000 worth of Bitcoin, I am asked to pay, let's say 5,000, an equivalent of 5,000 Bitcoins as a transaction fee. Now that totally defeats the whole purpose of me buying that car, because then you realize that you are literally buying that car for £35,000 instead of the 30,000. So basically, it's costing you more to use that network to make that transaction, rather than you using the likes of Pi network, which has, like I said, a fee of 0.0000599 for transaction fees. So on that note, you can clearly see Bitcoin is out of the window. Plus, it costs less energy for the Bitcoin, for the Pi coin, or for the Pi network transaction, and it's faster because it works on the Stellar consensus. So with a huge node, just from China alone, 35,000, that is a huge number, and that's just China alone. If you add the other ones, it means the network is really fast. And right now, we also have an updated security system and also an updated network system, which is helping it to be even faster. Okay, to be even faster. Once I finish, I'll show you current node activity on the network as at now. Okay. So I have the capability to show you even whilst I am here. I'll quickly show you real quick. So you can see on the screen that blue bit, that shows you the activity that is ongoing at the moment, and you can see there's a huge spike, and you can also see the data really going on. So back to what we're talking about. So all these things is real, it's live, and it's happening. So all these things is real, it's live, and it's happening, and we are here for it. So Pi network, on the other hand, is potential to be used for goods, services, and decentralized apps, which we already have seen. Like I said, the Pi network core team have released, in recent time, they've released 20 D apps, which I first talked about the first 10, and I did another episode on the second 10, where we went into the apps, diving deep into it, and seeing what they can be used for in real life. Okay, so Pi network can not only be used as a means of transaction or buying goods and services, but also has decentralized app, which can also be used for different purposes. Okay, so you can use it to buy and sell of items. You can use it to do so many other things, as compared to Bitcoin, which can only be as a means of transaction at a higher fee, and also is used as a means of storage, which most of these countries are holding them for as an asset. But in terms of usability, the real asset is the one that does have a real life utility of it. So in terms of utility, Bitcoin only has two real world usage, but in terms of utility, in terms of its D apps, it has none. Bitcoin has none. Okay, there's no D app on the network. You could literally just use it for a means of transaction, or as a token that is used to reward people for playing games. At least that was at the beginning stages of it, where they were trying to get it adopted quicker. I mean, the Pi Network team too has different apps that does similar functions on the facets. So you could play a game, you could do something, and then you earn yourself some Pi coins. Yeah, the same thing. You can play a game and do the same, and you earn yourself some Bitcoin. That same thing. So it's possible, but Pi Network has more than that, which is you can use it for goods, you can use it for services, and you can use it for decentralized app. So the apps, we currently have 20 ones that have been brought out and made ready for mainnet. Once we open it up for mainnet, people can go in. And right now, as I'm speaking to you, these app developers are literally working hard, very, very hard on it to make sure that they are providing the top quality in terms of the apps, because I'm not going to be using any app which is not looking good. Come on, polish it the same way that you polish some of these apps on places like Play Store and all these other places. You can't just go to Play Store and put any app on there and claim that you've completed it and you want people to patronize it. The app has to be well done, well polished for the greater good of all. So in terms of utility, Pi Network is beating Bitcoin big time. Big time. It's not even a joke. Big time. It's whooping it seriously, and there's nothing Bitcoin can do about it. Now, on the side of real world application, the Bitcoin has already seen a tremendous increase in its usage. Pi Network, on the other hand, is gradually progressing towards that level. Okay, in terms of is waiting for the mainnet to be launched, and once the mainnet is launched, yeah, we are going to see that turnaround of event, and we'll see how its integration is going to be well implemented for its greater purpose. If the Pi Network team, or if the Pi Network is able to successfully have a running utility and real world application, that is going to place the Pi Network cryptocurrency at the top 5 or even top 3, and it will literally surpass Bitcoin, and that is a fact. If Pi Network team and Pi Network users and pioneers are able to adopt, the real world usability of Pi coins, and in purchasing goods, services, and using the apps on a consistent basis without the network crashing in terms of the traffic that's going to come on, and the nodes and the super nodes are able to handle all the transactions seamlessly without any issue, that is going to place Pi coins or Pi Network on the helm of affairs of all cryptocurrencies currently in this 2025. And like I said, 2025 is a year of crypto. I'm telling you, it's a year of crypto. There's so much activities going on. There's so much going on. Bitcoin is trying its best, trying to stay at the top. Like I said, according to one reputable newsletter, they said it has the potential for this year to hit 300,000. And this is not financial advice, but it's just speculative news which I read, and which it was said by these experts who have been following it. So like I said, Pi Network or Pi coins will have a greater thing. So Bitcoin has a challenger really coming up, and once we hit mainnet, is going to be everywhere, and we will see how far it will go. Like I said, there are going to come attacks. There are going to come all kinds of things on the Pi network, so we have to be ready for it when it comes, and we'll be here. So on this level, it's a clear showdown, and we can see the winner is in terms of utility and real world application. The Pi network is really whipping Bitcoin seriously. So let's see. Next, investment potential and market value. Okay, we're going to be looking at the investment potential for Bitcoin and its market value. We're going to be looking at the investment potential for the Pi network or Pi network coin and its market value. Now let's start with the investment potential. So I said a Bitcoin is a proven asset. Okay, it's a proven asset. It's the OG. Is the OG among the G's. Okay, Bitcoin is the OG among the G's. It has taken a good whooping by hackers and other stuff. It has withstood all these and it withstood the test of time, and now it is standing strong. However, it is taking heavy punches by from Pi network seriously. So in terms of Bitcoin, yeah, it's a proven asset. Majority of the companies are holding on to it. Widely adopted, absolutely. Well, in some way, absolutely, to a certain degree, is widely adopted in certain parts of the world. Okay, so in its widely adoption, that was what the research came up with. But personally, I think it's not widely adopted as it claims. Okay, it's adopted to a certain degree, but not widely by the entire general public, because not everybody can get access to it. And if you don't get access to it, then where the adoption is at. Okay, so if you're going to be widely accepted by everybody, then that's when you can talk about adoption, and I can agree with you on that. But other than that, no. I would say a little bit adopted. Okay, widely adopted by certain companies, individuals, and countries, and is adopted as a hedge against inflation. Now that is a big massive blow that the Pi network team is giving out to on all other networks or on all other cryptocurrencies, because it is adopted and used as a hedge against inflation. Now, if you're used as a hedge against inflation, that's a big thing. So someone said, let me just read this real quick. My profile it's not working. Don't worry, I'll attend to it. Okay, no worries. So your profile is not working. Don't worry. Could it be that maybe you need to restart of your phone or something? That probably might be what you need to do. So have a look at it and let me know. But back to what we're saying. So proven asset, widely adopted as a hedge against inflation. Now this is a big blow to the Pi network. It's really a big blow from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is flexing its muscles right now, or is starting to retaliate with a heavy punches. So the fact that a cryptocurrency is used as a hedge against inflation sets it really high, really high. And you can see the likes. That's why I said, so once inflation goes up, people literally peg, or they move the investors move their currency into cryptocurrency, especially the Bitcoin, because they trust it, and it's something that it has proven itself over the years. And right now, people can go to sleep and say, I have my money moved to this place, and the possibility of it going up is high. So whilst the fiat currency inflation has been affected by it, people now move their money to Bitcoin, which will hopefully gain some increase in the value of their money. Now Pi network is a low value currently. Why is it a low value? Because it's not gone on mainnet, so we cannot tell. Because it's not gone on mainnet, we cannot tell. Okay, and because we cannot tell, it sets it on a whole different scale. Now this speaks volumes. Okay, this speaks volume. So in a nutshell, because Pi network has not gone on mainnet, we can't tell its value. Everything that it's been there is speculative until mainnet launch. Okay, it's speculative until mainnet launch. And just as Nicholas said, the value of the value of Pi network, or the value of Pi coin, is going to be dependent on the pioneers. It's going to be dependent on you and me and how we adopt it during adoption. Now, let's not forget the adoption in general, community-wise, Pi Network claims it 100% because we have over 60 million. We have a serious active node user environment. But then when it comes to the other side, where we say, what about real is value in the market? Yes, we do not know. It's everything we say is speculative, or what we are hoping it will be, or what we are hoping it will be based on certain factors that we list that can be listed down to say, okay, because of this and that and that and that, the value should go up or will go up when it hits mainnet. Okay, so on this level, we can clearly see Pi Network is taking a beating when it comes to the is being used or its value currently. Now, investment potential, it has a lot of potential. Okay, Bitcoin has already proven itself. People are investing in it. So like, yeah, someone said the GCV. Yeah, the GCV is there. However, the GCV will prove itself once it hits mainnet. When it hits mainnet and the GCV comes into play, then we have something running. Okay, then we have something running. So as of now, we like to deal with the facts on the ground. Okay, and for fairness, it's imperative that we say, yes, what's the value now? We don't know, but the people push for GCV and it's been confirmed. Yeah, so the people has pushed for GCV and it's been confirmed. But like I said, when we present this case, let's say in front of a reputable panel, it has to deal with what is the value now. And the value that they are talking about the one that they can literally go and check and see. Yeah, so it's going to be very nice if we get the GCV as we have our agreed to come into play. Okay, to come into play, and that is going to really help us as a community to grow exponentially, but also at the same time too, it's something that we need to work on and put, and let's say yes. So the hand purple blue piece. Okay, so the GCV value that the Pi Network community has agreed upon based on factors like the coin's perceived worth, user participation, and the network's growth. So it could very well become a valuation standard and influence any trading value in the future. Absolutely. So the GCV is that we are literally in the millions. Karma says, amazing show, thank you so much for coming. Like I said, today is none other because today we are going deep. So based on the value that has been agreed by the community, okay, like I said, Nicola said the community will determine the value. It's sitting, the Pi Network value is sitting at a very high rate, at a very, very high rate. If you break it down, you're literally hitting up in the thousands and millions right there with the GCV. However, like I said, the world doesn't run based on just as Pi community. Once we hit mainnet and it's open to the public, and the listing comes, the GCV will come into play. And if the GCV comes into play at that figure, it is going to really shake the world totally. So we are hoping for GCV to come through. Okay, we're hoping for the GCV to come through with the value. However, at the same time too, let's also put in our mind that whatever the value will come through, we are ready for it, and don't be in a hurry to sell your Pi coins for some cheap amount of money. Many years and have comfortable life. Absolutely. If the GCV hits, ladies and gentlemen, we are made. When I say we are made, we are made. because you and I, probably will meet somewhere and sit down and have a drink and just think about the next plan and the next thing that we can do in the ecosystem, and that's going to actually make the value. If the value goes around that much, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to do. But at the same time, too, cryptocurrencies are not just run by community decisions alone. There are other factors that come to play: utility, participation, the ease of use, adaptability, the trading amount. So the GCV is 314,159 for per 1 Pi coin. Someone said, I have 8,452 Pi. Is this related to, is this the Pi coin that you've mined, or the one that has been transferred to your wallet? Okay, so you have to be specific. Let's know, is it the one that you mined? No fear say, is it it has 8,452, but we need to know, is it the verifiable one that have hit your account or not? Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. We are coming to the end of the slide show. Technological innovation. We have Bitcoin is battle tested, strong updates, but limited scalability. Okay, so the scalability wise of Bitcoin is low. Whilst on the Pi network have innovative mobile first design and SCP for scalability. Now this is a big punch too, a very powerful punch. The same way Bitcoin has its investments and stuff, and it's being used as a hedge. Pi Network is proud of what it has as an innovative mobile first design, one of its kind in the crypto industry, and for SCP for its scalability is really good. We give a heavy punch onto Bitcoin, hands down. So right now Bitcoin is struggling, I'm not gonna lie. It is breathing heavy because the blows that Pi Network team are punching, or Pi Network coin are punching, is heavy. It's really heavy. And this is it before mainnet. If it hits mainnet and all the utilities come to play and everything is working through, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be seeing a serious push and a serious chip of Bitcoin, and that is what it is. So 314,159 is the GCV, or the value that the Pi Core team or the Pi community have agreed for the Pi value. However, like I said, I will say until proven wise, we will just have a look at it. Pi Network is the OG of phone mining. Absolutely, I agree with no fears. Pi Network is the OG when it comes to, because we are the first to do it. And that is why we are here. We are the first to do it, and we are here for it. So scalability wise, Pi Network core team stands out, and Bitcoin has no light against it whatsoever. So moving on to the next. So technology innovation wise, you can clearly see the Pi Network team is up and running. We have Pi D apps running. We have Pi Network apps also running. The likes of KYC app, with the likes of the profile. We have the likes of Fireside. Probably the only cryptocurrency with that much of a forum on its network. That most of these don't even have. Fatade Festus says, nice job, bro. Thank you, man. So it's one of its kind. So Pi Network is one of its kind, and that's why you have the major tech giants like Amazon, Temu, and reputable individuals like Elon Musk keeping a third eye, one eye, closed and looking at it really close. So they have multiple eyes just having a look at it to see where it goes. And once mainnet hits, I will not be surprised for the billionaire to come in and say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a pioneer. And then we're like, oh, nice one. That would be very nice to see. So based upon that, we can clearly see Bitcoin is taking a heavy beating at the moment, and it is not a joke. And it's suffering, but we'll see. Let's see. We got 2 more slides to go, and we'll see how is faring at the moment. So right now, I think Bitcoin is not doing well at all. It's really failing on so many levels in comparison with Pi network. Now let's see. The next one is the conclusion. Okay, so in conclusion, I came to the conclusion that both Bitcoin and Pi coin, Pi network have distinct strengths and cater to different audiences. Yeah, Bitcoin excels in market trust and adoption at the moment, whilst Pi network focuses on accessibility and community growth. The future will depend on Pi network's ability to prove itself on the market stage. Absolutely unplayable. And like I said, time will tell. Time will tell. We'll see how the numbers are going to be faring. Make from millions of pioneers. So and then I think the last bit is, yes, my last one is it. Thank you for watching to the end. This is presented by Emmanuel Hobbs Global. Like, share, subscribe. And now I'm going to turn my attention also to what I call, I'm going to turn my attention to the chat. Now let's come to the community, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are the ones that make this happen. So I need all of you to come in. What do you think right now about so far what we have going with regards to Pi network and its future? What are your thoughts on wonderful show? It's really worthwhile to watching. Thank you so much for staying. Regarding the whether it's KYC or any issue that has to do with it, you can put it in the comment section. Now I'm going to quickly run through some of these comments because I couldn't get enough time to go through them. So we have Chinedu says, can I get your honest opinion on how much Pi could worth in 5 years? Very good question, Chinedu. Now in 5 years time, I'm honestly going to be on, if Pi network, if we implement all these changes, or if we are able to utilize all that we have actually put forward, then we are going to see an astronomical increase in the value of Pi network. So if the GCV comes to play, if the GCV comes to play on mainnet, we are looking at 314,500 and let me get a figure again. I like to tell you facts. So 314,159 dollars per Pi coin. Now in 5 years time, if the value still remains, or if the network gets more traction from the likes of different companies, then we are looking at Pi network about tripling its value, which will somewhere be about almost to a million, and that will be great. We're going to be seeing a huge traction or huge traffic on the network once that is literally getting closer and closer to it, and we're going to be seeing even more and more people adopting or using it. And like I said, the Chinese market right now is sitting comfortably with over 35,000 at the moment for the Pi network, and that is a big step for us. So on that note, you can clearly see that we are not that far off. Yeah, we are not that far off. Let me see. Mensa says, are those having tentative approval issues part of the KYC grace period? Are those having tentative approval part of the KYC? Yes. So like I said, yesterday, the news that came clearly indicated or stated that the KYC, people have an opportunity to do further KYC, or upgrading themselves, or giving a second chance to them to be able to log in and do your KYC or redo a KYC that you failed, but then it's going to come at a cost. So you have to prepare yourself for it. The amount, I'm pretty sure, is not going to be above 1 Pi coin. So Like I said, every validator is paid or is takes a certain amount of money to use their time to do the validation for you. So once you also become a validator, somebody else will also pay you some Pi coins. I paid someone some Pi coins. Of course, I don't know the person, but I paid a pioneer some Pi coins to validate me and for me to become a validator myself, and other pioneers also pay me to be able to validate them onto the network, and you also have to pay some Pi coins for other pioneers to also validate you, and then it cascades and goes on and on and on. So yes, tentative approval issues part of the KYC grace period. And let me just make it clear, it's not that the Pi network core team are given a grace period in terms of an additional days to the already one that is already there. Okay, the ending of the KYC deadline is still remains. Okay, we have 13 days to go, but they are giving you the opportunity, especially those who failed their KYC, to have another chance of applying again. So this is the opportunity for anyone to do so if you failed. Okay, whether you failed as a result of a document or ID issue, or you failed because of the liveness check, all these things come into play, and it's something that you need to work on. Once again, the Pi core team has also issued that all pioneers should prepare themselves and get their KYC done. Merchants should also position themselves to be able to incorporate the payment system of the Pi network team, Pi network, into their payment systems globally. Okay, and then for developers to also polish their apps, they need to polish their apps, they need to work harder on it. Chinedu says, for those who couldn't pass the KYC due to wrong ID card submission, how would it be resolved, or should he wait for resubmission button? So based on the information that the Pi core team announced, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, they said you need to go to your profile settings on your Pi network app, and over there you will be able to, they also stated you'll be able to make amendments of changes to whether it's your phone number or to your password, which will, I think, will trigger the KYC button, so to speak, to appear and come in. And also they said you can also apply to them so that they can process it and then give you the opportunity to do a resubmission. So I think you need to do all these things. You need to go into the contacts, put in your grievances and send it to them, so that, and like I said, right now things are moving very fast. The network is really increasing in activity as the days gradually comes to a closure in terms of the KYC date. So people are moving fast, people are working fast, everybody's trying to get their KYC done as soon as possible. And migration is also ongoing, and those who have not received their migration, just be patient. As long, the most important thing is that you pass your KYC, because even after mainnet, the Pi core team is still going to be working, and they're going to be pushing their effort and their foot down on the accelerator to get things done. Nowadays, when I go on to KYC to do verification, it comes quicker than before, because they are pushing more. Don't forget, we only have 1 million more to go for we to hit that milestone that was set. Okay, we currently have 9 million and a couple of thousands of validations being done per day. Okay, and like I said, I think per day, according to the last information, per day we are hitting somewhere about 200,000 validations. Okay, per day, 200,000 validations being done on a global scale. So that answers your question. Kingsley says, happy to be here. Yeah. Festus says, Festus from Nigeria, this is my first time with you on live. Oh, thank you, Festus. If today's your first time coming in here, please do hit the subscribe button. Let's get the numbers going. Our aim is to hit over 10,000 and eventually get to 1 million subscribers, and then we'll be able to do more. There's so much more that is coming. Once we hit those figures, we'll be coming in with some merch, okay, for the Hubs Global, and you'll love it. I've got some very good ideas which I think you would love it very, very much. So Festus, thank you for coming in, and if you're here, please do subscribe. Sibeti Ebi Sibeti Ebi, good afternoon, sir. Ebi from Nigeria. I have done everything I need to do. Wonderful, Sibi. Well done. But still on tentative. Okay. So, like I said, Ebi, the information that came out was that you have to go to your profile and do the needful and put a submission through. Try and see if you can change your password and let it help so that it can help you to activate that which you need. Now Mensa Frank says, now what do we do? What do we have to do about a tentative approval? Like I said, the information coming from the core team recently was that you need to head to the profile section and check it. So if you take your time to read that information it should be on your dashboard on your Pi app. You will be able to maneuver it. If anything, put a request through to the Pi core team and let them deal with it. Now, and I'm sure they will all attend to it. Now, Email said the best way to get money from your Pi coin, don't sell the coin. Absolutely, it's a good advice. Buy goods, sell the goods, take the cash. Absolutely. Well, that is another way to go about it. Mensa France, I'm confused, bro. I have been trying to update my password, but it's still not verifying. Yes, so put in the request if you can. You can take some screenshots, then add it to when you are sending the message to the Pi core team. Attach it to it that you've done this, you've done that, and then I'm pretty sure they will have a look at it to be able to resolve that issue for you. One thing is for sure, you are on the Pi network team, and it's a good thing. But majority of people are not even on it, and they are struggling. Okay, and they are struggling. Even after mainnet, there are going to be some few issues which I'm sure the Pi core team, with people who have not received their Pi coins. There are going to be people who are applying to come on as node. So, like I said, that there's a lot going on, and let's give the Pi core team the benefit of the doubt so that they can have some time to be able to resolve all issues regarding the Pi network. Okay. No fear, sir. I thought core team would deactivate. Yeah, I think I've already read this one. I thought it was illegal to sell our Pi right now on Closer. Yes. So yeah, it is illegal. You are right, no fear. It is illegal to sell your Pi core team, your Pi coins. Every Pi coin, anyone who claims to, or any network that claims to have Pi coin is wrong. Is wrong and is not the real Pi. I know of the Pi coin that has been gaining some sort of like attention a lot. I think that Pi coin is sitting somewhere. I think 50,000 US dollars or 60,000 US dollars, but it's not real. It is not the real Pi network, because the Pi network have not brought any official report that we are going on mainnet yet. So any coin that is emitting or mimicking Pi network coin, it is not right and is wrong. Do not buy into it. Some people have sold their Pi coins. I know of this on Facebook and other places. They send it and they don't even get anything back. So you will be duped if you don't stay focused. Okay. We only have few couple of months to go. So hang in there, or even couple of days, because if the Pi network are going to announce the mainnet, I'm pretty sure after KYC the announcement will come pretty soon when the mainnet is going to come through. And once that comes out, there's going to be even more activity on the network. Now, core team was going to block their accounts. So for the blocking of their accounts, it's not possible. Like I said, they need to function. The Pi core team need to still function. There's so much that has to be done even after mainnet, which we need to cater to and attend and address accordingly. Okay, accordingly, brother. Do you know or not that is illegal according to Nicola? Yes, it is illegal. It is absolutely illegal. That no selling for fiat, otherwise buyers and sellers will have their account blocked. Absolutely. So don't sell your Pi coin, just as No Fear said. It's right. Nicholas have announced this, and this is not. I believe this is not news to anybody that Pi network has not gone on mainnet, so you cannot sell. And if you sell and you are found out, it's going to come at a big loss for you, because there you stand the possibility of losing your Pi coins, your account. Not just for selling, also for validators. If you become a validator, you cannot disclose any information to a third party. You cannot share whatsoever information, whether it's even on the Pi network team, Pi network. You cannot do that. Okay, you cannot reveal direct information of people to other people, even with the modes. Rather, you can probably, if you are met with a problem, you can kind of like almost like a plagiarism. You can form it in a different way, put some few connotations and change certain things and ask away your question to the verified node user. And if as a validator, you are questioned on these things, so that your credibility is approved, that you know what you're doing and you're doing it right. Glenn Van Dyke 7 says, I really like your videos. You try to be on point. You don't beat around the bush. Absolutely, I go straight to the point. I tell you what I have to say, and that is it. That it's just that there's so much on the Pi network, and the thing is, a lot of people don't even realize that the Pi network has a lot of things. You could spend the whole day talking about the activities of the Pi network, and you still have more than enough to go about it, because there's so much going on. And once mainnet hits, there's even going to be more. Look, the Chinese pioneers are going to play a key role in this, with 35,000 thereabout nodes. The market over there is going to be massive. So we're going to see a huge activity on there. People are buying cars. They will be buying cars on the using Pi network on the mainnet, after mainnet. And this is something that we saw in the Pi Fest. In China, most of them were even buying electric cars. Electric cars were being paid for in Pi coins, okay, not fiat, because they don't exchange it. They just send it through the Pi network itself as part of the Pi Fest. And this is something that is going to be big. Okay, this is something that's going to be big. So no fears, I'm setting up my node from Australia. Absolutely fantastic. Egba Lucky says, how can I edit my name? Because I've been trying to do it from my profile, but it's not working. So to edit your name, as far as I know, you need to go to your application. Now, if it's not working, try restarting your phone. If that also is not working, try doing a password change and then bringing it back, and then try again and see if you can do that. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, yesterday or 2 days ago, the PyCore team did make mention that if you are trying to change your your mobile number, okay, you are only allowed 2 digits change, 2-digit change, and nothing more. You can't change any more than 2 digits. So if you're somebody who, for example, provided a wrong a wrong number, I'm sorry, that is it. You can't do any more than you already have. And I don't really know why people go in and then they don't even put their real details. Right from the get-go, I knew this thing is going to be a big thing and a big difference to the ecosystem, and so I went in all out with sincerity, with enthusiasm, and by the grace of God, we have gotten to this far, and we are still moving. So that will be my for you GCV people. Okay, test green, game over, hand purple, blue. Okay, so Kabi Lagai says, amazing show. No fears. Dr. Fan said, yeah, once upon a time that having 10 pi can last you for many years and have comfortable life. Well, of course. Like I said, once the GCV hits, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you need more than 10 pi coins to be able to run things in your lifetime. Yeah, you could leave some pi coins for your family, your kids. You only need about maybe 5 pi coins, and that should be them. That should suffice them for a long time. Okay, so yeah, I'm 100% sure about it. And if Sir Nicholas said it, well, we will see very shortly. So mine 5 years already. So this is no fear. I have mine 5 years already moved to my wallet. Oh my goodness! So you have over 8,000 pi coins in your wallet. That is amazing. Well, I guess that is a good feat. So 5 years of mine. Of course, there's dedication and time in it. So you've earned your coins. Good job, no fears. Good job. Very well done. So Pi Network is the OG of phone mining. Yep. Karma said, wonderful show, sir. Really worthwhile to watching. Fatai said, nice job, bro. No fears. A big business will join Pi because they can see all the profits they can make from the millions of pioneers. This is what I've been saying. I've said this last time. Yeah, absolutely. When you have the likes of Amazon, who is very e-commerce based and very number wise driven, and you have the likes of Temu, who is already looking for he's already advertising on YouTube. There was one point, I'm pretty sure they put in a huge amount of money towards advertisement, and now Timo is a global player. And you have the likes of other reputable companies. They're all going to jump on board, and it's going to be massive for the whole ecosystem and network. That one you can be sure of. So yeah, the millions of people are going to be captured. A lot of companies are going to come in for the numbers, I'm telling you. When they see the numbers, the global numbers, 60 million, which company wouldn't want to push its product? They will come, they will register, they will come, they will be vetted, they will get into the Pi network, and they will now hire developers to be able to develop apps for their companies and keep it at that. So this is going to be a big thing, and we are here for it. So you don't do anything that will jeopardize your Pi coin. Don't do anything that's going to cause you any problems or trouble, but hold on to it. Don't sell to any person, anyone who claims to be a Pi whatever, but that's not right. Hold on to it and make sure that you are holding on tight. Okay, hold on to it and make sure you're holding on tight, because you will need to get your hands and be ready when we go on mainnet. If the GCV hits, ladies and gentlemen, we are made. You will not even have to exchange more than 3 or 4 Pi coins, and that's it. That is for your activities. But more so, there's going to be more activity on the Pi network. You might not even need to go and change it into fiat currency for whatever reason. If whatever the thing that you're going to buy, you can buy it with Pi coins, a couple of Pi coins, pay low fees. You don't have any issues with anyone. You get your stuff delivered to you fresh, nice, and you can now build on to create more businesses from there onwards. So first is, when should we be expecting another live show? Thank you so much for that question. So like I said, there are a lot of packages that I've got coming. I'm planning on doing a daily crypto update. Probably going to be shorter, but I'm planning whether to do it on here or to do it as part of my short. But probably do it like 3 minutes. 3 minutes where I'm going to be telling all my pioneers and all my hoppers that of the trending news crypto wise. And once we go mainnet, I'll be looking into further deeper dives to bring you more information regarding where the market trends are moving in terms of the crypto space and Pi in particular, and the companies and the news and information that is running and circulating. So you'll be able to know where to put your investment, all those kind of stuff, and to be able to know how to apportion things and position yourself financially to be financially free, okay, and financially independent, which is something that we should be aiming for. I don't have a problem not working for the rest of my life if I have a good reputable thing, because I think I'll be of more help to the world. Like I said, I always keep saying, we need to factor into the likes of kids who for one reason need money for surgeries to be done, which is urgent. More research into cancer, so it's a place where we can also look into to donate for cancer research, and also to participate in different activities. There are a lot of people who need help. And if God has been so good to position us in such a place where we have been given the opportunity to be the first timers partakers of such massive wealth, once Pi network goes mainnet, if the GCV hits, if it hits well, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be seeing me, and we'll be organizing something like that along that line, whether it's a visit to some different parts of the world to give donation to charities, and also to go hands-on and build things, houses, schools, good toilet facilities, the likes of good accommodation for other people. I mean, I've seen the likes of very YouTube sensational Mr. Beast, who has been building hundreds and hundreds of houses in Jamaica for the people. So all these things, the Pi Network team and every other person can embark on these kind of projects once we hit mainnet, and once you sort yourself out, you know what I mean, you sort yourself out financially, and you are good to go. We can also embark on some of these things. Pi GCV will shake the market. Absolutely, I agree with you. If it hits once again, it's gonna shake the market. That means it's literally going to surpass Bitcoin just by that alone. Wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dashon. Dashon, subscribe. If today is your first time, please subscribe. Let's push the numbers. Let's hit 2,000 subscribers today. Let's try and hit 2,000 subscribers and over today. We are currently sitting at 1.3. I'm yet to check the current figures, but I want it to be a surprise for me, so that keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, send this message. Let's get this video to over 1,000 views, and share it among to or more than 1,000 people as much as you can, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, anywhere that you can. Let somebody get to know about what happened. So at least on the video, we did clearly see Pi Network is winning hands down. No fear, I'll be a billionaire. Absolutely, more than a billionaire. With your amount, I think you're gonna pass billions. Yeah. If you literally hold 8,000 Pi coins, verified one that have been sent to your wallet, and the GCV hits, that is 8,000 multiplied by 314,154. That is a 59. That is a massive amount. Your great grandkids will not have a problem. Will have a long life. Absolutely. I like the way no fears you are thinking. Mensa Francis, I think core team said we are going to have a new liveness check pop up to approve the tentative approval. Okay, that's good. How far that one? Well, like I said, it's they have a lot on their hand right now, but if they made a statement, okay, then like I said, any pop-up that comes on your app, always be checking it. If it comes to a new and it's something that relates to you, please go ahead and get it done. Okay, go ahead and get it done. But the date is not changing. We are still on 13. We are still on 13 days to go, and that is just literally around the corner. Anoche Lawrence Chukuneye said, I observed something on the Pi price. Okay, speculation out there. This digit 314 is always involved, no matter the amount the channel is speculating about. Please, does this mean anything to the Pi ecosystem? So like I said, and like what No Fears gave, the GCV is that agreed amount, okay, that the Pi consensus or the Pi in general, all the pioneers have agreed for the value for one Pi coin. And like what Nicolas said, it is us pioneers who are going to make the decision on the value of Pi. Now, like I said, that this amount is really huge. That means that and it's for good reason, because Pi Network ticks all the boxes. There's no single box that is relevant which the Pi Network called app does not tick. Yes, I agree that it has a long way to go on market adoption, in terms of real market adoption once mainnet hits, but until it happens, until mainnet happens, all these we can't see. But once mainnet happens, and we have the likes of the China market literally pushing the fiat currency aside and going straight for the Pi Network team, meaning now they can be able to buy, they can be able to sell, they can be able to do all these things, buy cars. But look, that is going to shoot the value up, and we're going to be seeing Pi Network rising in the ranks very quick, all the way to the very top. And also one other thing is the amount of people who are going to be buying and selling. So if more people are selling, then that means that there's going to be more Pi coins in circulation, and that might affect the value, which might bring it down a little bit. But if not every pioneer is selling, and we are holding on, and we are not selling immediately, even if you're going to sell, you can sell. If the GCV comes, I'm pretty sure every pioneer probably will just maybe sell 1 or 2 Pi coins. Nobody in their rightful mind is going to make a sale of 1,000 Pi coins just because the value is about 314,159. If you put 1,000 in there and you cash all that money, you can be rest assured the government or some form of your government will come for you 100%, without a doubt, because that amount of money will have to be explained, and they will come at you. You have to pay taxes and stuff like that on it. And I don't know which country you are, but if you're in the UK and you're going to be paying, if you change all your Pi coins, and you're going to be paying 41% or something like that on that, yeah, you can imagine you've literally given the somebody who never helped you in mining a huge amount. So you do well to make sure that you maintain your Pi coins, and you do due diligence. Don't be selling everything just because you have the Pi coins. Keep it to yourself. Hold on. Come on here. Come and listen to very good information. Then you can make your decision based on those kind of information. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but it's just a personal one-to-one communication with you. Okay. Now, Usman Harun says, is having 250 Pi in your available balance much? Like I said, Usman. So Usman, if the GCV, if we are to go with a GCV value, okay, for the value or for the potential value, okay, let me put in quote potential value, then I think 250 is more than enough. 250 is way more than enough. So for somebody who has even 8,000, you're gone. For somebody in the 4,000, you're gone. So for 250, yeah, it should be enough. Even if it comes at even the price of $314, I think 250 is quite okay. And let's not forget the value will go up. Okay, as we are using the utilities, as people are engaging on the network, it will go up. So 250 should be enough. Karma says, sir, what about lockup period started after open mainnet or day we started the lockup? I'm not quite getting the concept. Sir, what about the lockup period started? So the lockup period starts when the very day that you lock it up, and you are the one who determines how long the lockup will be. Now let's not forget, once you lock it up, you can't go in and change anything. Okay, you can't go in and change anything. So if you locked your Pi coins up if you locked 20%, 30%, 50%, and you locked it up for 3 years, even if mainnet comes, you still have to wait. That's why I always advise, don't lock all of your Pi coins up, lock some of them up, and then get your gains on top of that, and then from there you can also have some Pi coins in case the value hits very, very high numbers. Then you'll not found yourself wanting, but you'll be smiling, and then go cash some, use some for other activities, or you can use it on the network to do some other activities. And like I said, there's going to be more DeFi apps. There's going to become DeFi. There's going to be coming investment opportunities on the Pi platform. Opportunity to buy and sell so many things, cars, houses potentially, and other things will come on to play. So Lawrence said, and also I will need you to throw more light to this on how to get it better. Okay, yeah, so I think if so, maybe I'll make another video in the hopefully coming next week or coming days, maybe tomorrow or something like that. I'm not sure, but I'll let you guys know in the community section. So please do comment on it. I'll let you know about the lockup system, and we'll go over it and see the best approach to go when it comes to lockup. So for those who need more insight into the best way to do the lockup and how to lock how much up and all that, we'll go into that. So Lawrence says, I want to have an app developed on the Pi ecosystem. This app service will be getting data subscription through Pi. Getting data subscription through Pi. What do you mean getting data subscription? If you could explain that a bit further, Anochi, please, can you give me some advice on how to go about it? So if you want to, so I, for one, I am not a developer. Okay, I'm not a developer. However, there are developers on freelance. Okay, on freelance. Now the thing is, you will need a freelance that has understanding on the Pi network's ability and capabilities. So it's not so simple as it might seem. My only best bet is to go on Fiverr. Okay, go on Fiverr, look for an app developer, speak with them, talk the prices and stuff like that, and see how that can be done. So if that person can develop the app based on the sandbox, I think that's the Pi developer app operating software that they use. It's not Python, it's not all these other coding protocols, but I think it's Sandbox. Yeah, it's called Sandbox. So if that person is familiar with it, go ahead. Then you can speak with them, and then you make the due payments, and then on the Fiverr app, and then they can start developing it based on how you want it and what you want to do. But like I said, it has to be polished, has to be nice, has to be on point, because it will be vetted. Okay, it will be vetted. So that comes into play. If that Fiverr developer happens to be somebody who is already on the Pi network, then you stand a very good chance of even making it bigger. Okay, even making it bigger. So that'll be my advice. Karma says, sir, any idea about lockup consideration? Is it after open mainnet or the day we started lockup? It starts from the day you started the very lockup. Lockup starts the very day you press that button. It starts from that day until whichever period that you've given it. Okay, so if you gave it 50%, and what it will be deducted and kept, and that's it. You can't access it until the very date comes through. Okay. Dashon says, can you explain number 9 in the Pi checklist? Ooh, I don't have access to my phone, but I think number 9 has to do with that's the very last one, if I'm sure. Let me know in the comment section if I'm right. Yeah, number 9 is the very last one, and it has to do with providing your Pi wallet address. So yes, so once you've gotten your Pi wallet and you've created it, yeah, you have to copy your Pi address, and that's where you're gonna input in for the network. So they will be sending that Pi towards that wallet, and that should get to you. So I hope that answered your question. Mesa Francis, my KYC is on tentative approval, but the mainnet checklist is on queue. Why, bro? Yeah, so there, like I said, there's a huge queue right now for those who are, and like I said, for those who are doing KYC, for those who are pushing to do KYC, and for the validators. So the more the validators, the more KYC gets done. Now, one thing is it's first come first serve basis. Before, the KYC cost £1, 1 Pi coins, but currently it has been reduced due to the numbers. Okay, the numbers of KYC validators have increased, and as a result, the value has also gone down a little bit. And that is also to say is based on their availability to be able to do and how much they are doing. Like I, for one, have been doing over 300 and something, and I'm almost hitting 400. There was one hopper or pioneer who has already done over 4,000 KYC users. So all these things come to play, and that's why you might be in queue. So Frank, just take it easy, take heart, okay? I know you are very much waiting. Like I said, I was placed on tentative KYC for a while, but what I did was the changing of my password, and then in the UK, and then it just I got the code, put it in, boom, straight back on to being approved, because like I said, the new security system was put in place, and it came with a lot of changes, or old pioneers had to do some revalidation or re-verification just to be on the safe side. Laxon89 says, I love the way you explain to the liquidity pool, watching from Zambia. Oh, nice, thank you so much. Oh, we are all the way in Zambia. Let's go. Thank you so much. Do Bongo. Oh yeah, Bongo, I've seen. Yeah, Bongo is a pioneer and a hopper too. So it says, watching your live show with my family from Philippines. Oh wow, thank you so much. That is such that is really good, and I'm very happy that you guys are watching me. We have 23 people watching right now live. Thank you so much. Philippines is a big one for Pi network, and also Nigeria. I have something to tell you guys. Okay, Nigeria, according to the research that I did, Nigeria has one of the most active crypto usage globally, which is a big thing, and not just in Bitcoin but also in other cryptocurrencies. So with Nigeria's population of over 400 million active users, I'm definitely sure if you guys jump on it, probably you'll be on par with the likes of China in terms of the usage of Pi network, and it's going to be a massive. Philippines is also a massive and actively growing community of Pi networks, and is gradually getting up. So on the Asian side, there's a huge turn up. In the African side, we have the likes of Ghana, Nigeria, but Nigeria has more than Ghana in terms of the numbers. So it's good. And then we have America, who is also actively coming up, trying to outdo in terms of numbers with the likes of China. So that is a good feat. Oh, thank you so much for watching me from Philippines, from Zambia, from Nigeria, and from Ghana, from all over the world in America. So Bongo said maybe there will be new liveness check for those lockup migration for 2026. Like I said, yes. So that is a very good question, Bongo. It's possible. It is possible that there's going to be new liveness check, furthermore security. Like I said, 2026 obviously we would already be in mainnet, so there's going to be a lot of changes that will come onto the network. There's going to be more validators, there's going to be more developers, there's going to be more apps on the network, there's going to be more, everything is just going to increase exponentially, which is going to drive all the traffic globally from the cryptocurrency market into there, and the value of Picoin is going to go up to the next level and to the next level, and the Picore team are going to be really up on security. Like I said, this is the time that our security is going to be tested to the very maximum. So earning Picoins is going to be an ongoing thing. Okay, it's not going to stop. It's going to go on and on and on and on and on until because it's going to be a means of engaging in the network. If I'm going to be doing validation and I know that I'm getting 0 points, let's say perhaps by that time the number of validators are going to be in the millions or even more. Okay, so definitely I see the value of the verification going down even more. So it was 1, now 0 point something, and it's going to, I think now it's 0.02, and it's going to probably go further and further back. So you'll be earning less Pi coins for validation, but then it's because there are a lot of numbers. So the more people are churning in, the more people are coming into the network to add up to the network, you're going to get more. The value will be going down, but we have to stay up and do it. But then because of that, the price is going to go up in terms of the value of Pi coins. Okay, the value for Pi coins is going to go up. So yeah, the Picore team, they will have to hire a huge amount of people, literally, to make sure that the verification is done properly and the network is safe for everyone. I think no fears, I think it will get to the point where we will only be able to mine 1 Pi. Well, already mining 1 Pi is very difficult. Maybe I don't know about you. If you've done 4,000, obviously your referral team will be a huge security wise. You have a huge security referral team there, so that's going to be a positive. But for somebody who just joined Pi Network and is literally somewhere about maybe 19 thereabouts, yeah, the numbers will probably be lower than that. Okay, it's probably will be lower than that in terms of the difficulty in mining Picoin is going to be very high for that person to hit those figures. Sibetsi says, when can we receive another liveness check? Well, that is entirely up to the Picore team. I am not sure about how they are going about it, but based on the information that they said recently, I think it won't be long, because right now their whole focus is on the KYC and making sure that they stick to the time plan and don't extend it any further. I have done everything I need to do. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Just keep hoping and let's keep praying that everything goes along and that you get your verification and your tentative through. Bongo says, I think buyers and sellers of Pi coins are monitored by Pi core team, still on close mainnet. Maybe there will be outbound soon in Pi network. Of course, like I said, there's so much going on. So look, we've been told don't sell your Pi coin. Pi network we've not yet gotten to mainnet, so don't do anything that's going to jeopardize your Pi coins. And that's my thing for everybody. Don't sell anything. Just it pays to wait. Just wait. Wait, be patient, read the mark. Let's see how things are going to cascade, and let's see how we're going to help the network to upskill itself to be the top dog over Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will be coming hard at us too. Because if we are sitting at 314, that is already up there, because the only thing that we probably would need is just adoption and then utilization of the utility. Even other meme coins that don't have any utility are in the billions. How much more one that has a utility and has a very positive user base with 1 billion Pi liquidity pool available, utilities available, 20 of them available, plus the ones that the Pi Network core team has. And I have information reaching me that there are about 80 of them that are yet to even come out. So once we go on mainnet, we are going to see a huge influx of developers that are coming to develop, merchants that are going to come on, huge companies like Amazon and all these other giants that are going to jump in for the numbers. And that's what we are looking for. So what is going on with my account? I don't really like what the Pi core team is doing. You have to be patient. I know it can be very frustrating. However, just stick to what my advice is. CBT, put in a formal request to them. Okay, put in a formal request. You go on there's a contact email. Put in all your details. Add all your snapshots. Every other detail that you think will help improving or helping to solve the issue, and email it to them. And then let's hope that before the 13-day period comes to an end, they'll reply or respond to you. Okay. Laxton says, I have 10 transferable coins, but they don't reflect on. Yes, so on my balance, and I have 100 lockup. So the 10 will not reflect. Now, number one, it's not going to reflect because it has to be migrated from the core. It's not some automatic one that just because it's transferable, you immediately get it. Okay, there are set limits that I think you have to reach, and also secondly, every amount, if it's 10, you're not going to get all the 10. You're going to get maybe 9 point something or 8 because of, I think 9 point something because of transfer fee. Okay, so it's not going to come immediately as exactly as you are going to expect it. So let's put that in mind. Okay, now for the lockup, you locked it up at your own time, at your own pace. So that one will come after. That one be for you to wait till the time that you set it to be, because you can't access it. And they did say that when you were doing the lockup. No Fear says, if you mine from the beginning, almost every day you would have over 3,000 Pi coins. Yes, at the early beginners of every Pi coin they are the key thing that makes it work. So those who started, they actually got in real good, and they were mining very fast, very very fast. In a day, you probably could do like 10 Pi coins in a day, if at that time. So big up to all those who started well. I mean, I started not so early, but I'm in at 1,000 thereabout, so I'm happy with that. Bongo said, how can you deposit 314,000 one time in the bank? Exactly, that's my point. Bank may need proof of documents to be presented where the money came from. Absolutely. Will Pi Network release a request for documents to be presented to the bank? No. So the Pi Network team will not release any document for you. Crypto is crypto. Bitcoin does not release any form of document, and such an amount is too big. It's too big to put in the bank. You will need some identification. So don't be greedy. Just change the little that you need, and you have to look into the country and these laws regarding depositing money in a bank. Okay, in a bank. So you need to be sure that you are not going overboard, and that you can be able to get your money in there safe and sound. Okay, safe and sound. That's one thing to know. Don't throw all that just because you have 100, just because you have 1,000 Pi coins, you just jump everything and you put it into your bank accounts. That will not help you at all. You will lose all that money. Believe me, you might lose all of it. By the time you prove that you didn't steal the money from somewhere, and that it came from cryptocurrency, and that you've been mining for this one, by the time you message the Pi core team to try and come up with something, it's going to be a whole lot of headache. So you save yourself the worry by not being greedy. Take just what you need and keep the rest. Take just what you need and keep the rest, because if you do try to take everything, you'll be in trouble. Now the other thing is, you can also obviously send it from one Pi coin to a different cryptocurrency and then use it to do one thing. I, for one, I have some few ones that I've planned, and in due time I'll let you know. Some people already know how big the likes of crypto.com. Yeah, if you know crypto.com, when I say that, you understand. I'll make that as a special what they call it, live show for that. Can you say I will join you as your charity? Thank you so much, Karma. Thank you so much. If you initiate this program, damn good. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, we are all here to help, and if God has positioned us to help, to be in a position of wealth, I think it's only imperative that we help some kids out there who need surgery, who need money to do for daily feeding, families out there who for one reason or the other couldn't have access to Pi network, or couldn't have access to internet, or any of the things that we already have, so that we can also help them out. We can do this as a team. I could organize, and then we could do country by country, going around. We plan, of course, with proper planning, and helping charities, building houses, shaping the dreams, and helping people to live that life that they are meant to be. Sometimes all it takes is good drinking water, and pioneers, if we have this amount of value, I think we owe it as a means of goodwill to help some regions without clean drinking water or proper food, or some communities that need proper shelter. And we can partner and team up with construction firms and all these other firms to be able to provide the finances that is required, so that they can start off and help these people and countries. And also for cancer research purposes, for those suffering from all these other diseases, which we need more research into it to help them. All these things can be attended to, and in due course, I know that we are going to get there. Like I said, it all starts with you. It all starts with me. Help me to reach that 4,000 watch hours, so we can get monetized, and then we'll be able to start getting some revenue and be able to start arranging and getting ourselves in shape for these things that we are talking about. The possibilities is endless, and I'll be here when it happens. I'll be providing you guys with all the up-to-date information. Thank you so much. So many people are already here, and they are still listening, and I'm so grateful for staying with me. Someone said Pi Network is the Robin Hood of crypto. Absolutely. Well, more like yeah, so he's stealing from the rich to give to. Okay, I understand that statement there. Good one. I like that. Mr. No Fear says Mr. Kosashi has done a lot for the network, even though he's not on the Pi core team. Well, absolutely. There's so many people who are doing so much for the network, and they don't even get to be shown that much. I will also move 80% of my Pi coins off Pi network wallet and into a cold storage wallet for safe keeping. That's a very good move. However, you just have to we need to double check just to make sure that we are getting it right, especially with the cold storage. Okay, with the cold storage, you need to be 100% sure of that, just to make sure it's safe and sound, and that your wallet is in good hands. Absolutely. Cold storage will keep it safe. It's on an external one, so why not 80% is a good move. 80%, well, I mean, for you, yeah, I mean, if you have 8,000, you do well to keep it safe. Everybody else will do well to keep their own safe, especially if one is around that figure. Picoin will be Bitcoin's daddy. Okay, very interesting from No Fear. That's a very good one. Max Charo said, I downloaded the Docker engine to run Node, but the engine is not running. Once I open it, it says stopped. What do I do, brother? Yes, it's very easy. Well, the reason, because there are some computer requirements that you need. Now, what happens is, for example, a laptop, most laptop don't have the technicalities to support the Docker system on it, and especially once you install and you do everything, it has to run onto the current blockchain of the Pi network. And like I said, Pi network is gradually building up. In comparison to Bitcoin, is not on the same blockchain. Bitcoin is multiple times of the blockchain, but it needs a lot of CPU usage and stuff. So if you have something, an app or a software on the computer that is already utilizing its memory, definitely is not going to work. So that could be the reason why. So you need like a desktop with a dedicated sort of memory, with a high enough memory, about, let's say, 16 gig in terms of the memory on it, 16 gig RAM, for that to be able to be effectively and easy. Yeah, so Novia say restart your computer. Well, that could help, but if your CPU is not up to par, it won't work. And you say, thank you, Hobbs, for answering my questions. Your answers are clear and correct. Keep it up, and God bless your show. Thank you so much for watching me with your whole family. That is a big plus for me. The whole family watched me. Oh God, thank you. So, and I hope one of these days I'll come by Philippines, and see the Pi community over there, and we'll see what we can do. Once we are hitting those figures, we'll see what we can do. And it's going to be a further advertisement for the network, and it's going to be a further advertisement for everyone out there. And of course, I'll be there for it. Mox Charo said, oh really, thank you. At no fears, let me try that. Yes, so Max Charo, you can try that one. And also, like I said, you can put in you can either get a computer with a much bigger capacity in terms of the RAM. Do like a 16 gigabyte on RAM is well enough to run a very smooth node without any issues, and you can actually still use it to do your other stuff on a computer. But for the likes of laptops and stuff like that, sometimes it can take a hold on it. What can I say? I'm stuck. What can I do? God bless you, brother. Okay, can't wait for our next live session. Face red heart shape. Okay, yes, no fears. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Australia. We have Australia, we have Philippines, we have Nigeria, Ghana, all these other. If you're from a different country, please let me know where you're from. Golden Star People's Foundation Global Exchange says, want to activate my node. It's been downloaded and followed steps, but it's still not active. Says the issue is the container. I'm active in many social outlets if you are available. Okay. So if you go on my Facebook, I'm on Facebook. Is just my same name. Or you can join the group. So I have I created a group. One sec, let me just get you guys the name. I'm also on Instagram. Okay, you can contact me on Instagram. On TikTok. Okay, on TikTok is the same handle, Hobbs Global. Okay, on TikTok you find me as Hobbs Global. So you can search on TikTok for Hobbs Global. Okay, Hobbs Global, the same name, and you should be able to follow me on there, and you can message me if possible. On Facebook, you can. I'll put on the community section today ways that you can reach me. Okay, I'll put in including an email account where you can message me privately, and then we can be able to talk about any issues that you're having. Okay, I have a private email for Hobbs Global specifically, so that you can be able to communicate. Abby said mine is a stack tentative approval. Yeah, Abby, so just message, like I said, take snapshots of all that you need, that you are getting on your phone, and then message it to the PyCore team, and then they'll be able to attend to it. Richard Alumia said, brother, what's your opinion about Kosashi? If you done some more research on the developer side, is he legit? Okay, so I'm here a lot of Kosashi. I haven't gone that deep into his development as a developer, but once I will take a look into it. I think No Fears also made mention that he's done a lot for the network. Obviously, No Fear, you've been a pioneer in terms of mining, so obviously some details about this gentleman. I will look into him. If he's a developer and he's on the network and he's doing his development and app development and here and there, we are here for it. And like I said, it's not everybody who is good on the Pi network, it's not everybody who is bad on the Pi network. We have different varieties of people from all walks of life. So whatever you do on the network, you have to be careful. The Pi network team did say that also, that you need to be cautious and know where things are going or running. So yeah, it's something that also we have to be clear. Golden Star People's Foundation. Oh, my apologies. Greatly appreciate you in advance. Oh, no, that's fine. I appreciate you guys too. Sebi says, I don't know what to do again. I don't know why PyCore team are doing this. Like, maybe just take heart, just calm down for a little bit, okay? Let's take it one step at a time. Like I said, take snapshots of all the issues that you're facing and message it or send it as an attachment to the PyCore team. Explain yourself very clearly that this and that is what you're facing. You've done this, and here are proofs, so that they can be able to see, and hopefully they will rectify that issue for you. Okay. What is Instagram? What is the Instagram? No TikTok. Yeah, so the Instagram, I'm yet to go on Instagram with the Hubs Global mode, because I'm still gathering some information, making sure that once I go on, I'm providing the best out there for everybody. But for now, I'm on TikTok. But like I said, I'm going to put all the information in the communities section today, okay, this evening. So once you come to the community section of Hubs Global, you'll be able to see that information, and you'll be able to contact me for anything that you need. Now I'm planning something to bring you guys on here with me on the live. So we're going to have a live one-on-one where you can chip in, you can talk to me, we'll be able to have that dialogue one-to-one. I'm working to get that in motion. So that is one of the things that you should be looking ahead to. So wherever you are from, whether you're in Philippines, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in Ghana, whether you're in America, whether in Australia, whether in Japan, Tokyo, wherever it is, we will be able to talk, okay, and you chip in your contribution to the network, and also to this platform. They don't reply messages. I have right to support. Yes, so just keep pushing, okay. That's what they requested. Another thing, I can't say any more than that, other than just keep trying. And the good thing is you are already part of the network, and if after mainnet, I'm pretty sure they're going to respond to a huge load, because right now there's a huge load of information that they have to deal with. And let's not forget, we are 60 million strong. That's a lot of information to deal with. Golden Star People's Foundation says all outlets accept TikTok. All outlets accept TikTok. Okay, that would be good. So I'm trying to build the numbers on TikTok, so I'll put it on there. Go subscribe and follow on my TikTok, because I put some information also there. I'm trying to build the numbers up on TikTok and on YouTube. But on YouTube, we've already gone past the 1,000 subscriber mark. Now we need to hit 4,000 watch hours, and that's what we are here for, to get things going. The plan is to do, and once we start hitting good figures and good watch hours and get good stuff, I'll be able to even dedicate more time into doing research for the network and planning the likes of setting up organizations to help with the kits and help with people who need help with the Pi network, and also to come in with different variations of information. I have sent them message. I have wrote them 3 times. Okay, don't worry. No fears. Very nice, brother. I think you can have a panel of 8 at once. I think the software that I have is, I think, 6 people at the go, and I'll give everybody the opportunity to chip in. Now when that happens, I'll let you guys know. Once again, let me just say, if you go on YouTube, you can go to GH Gossip, GH with Gossip, one of my brothers. He really supports me. He's always shouting out my channel. onto his members. So I'm also doing likewise. Yes, so you receive to also send it out. So if you go on GH, just GH Gossip, GOSSIP, GH Gossip on YouTube, please subscribe to his channel as much as you can. It will really do me a great deal, because he is always pushing for me, and I'm also going to be pushing for him. Seems that's the end of all the questions. We have done an amazing job today, and I hope this view is going to hit. We've had 188 views on here, with currently 11 on now concurrent viewers watching, and we've had a huge one. We've done 2 hours 34 minutes and 31 seconds and ticking, but it is all impactful. It's been all great, and it's all had a huge amount of turnout and a huge impact on the community. Thank you so much. I know you guys have other things to do, so do I, but by God's grace, everything is in motion. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I will be putting my email and other stuff, like I said, on the community platform on Hubs Global. So you have the opportunity to see me, and you have the opportunity to communicate. And if any grievances that you need, I'll be more than happy to help you. I will be coming again, not today, but I will drop it in the community center, community section, when I am coming to do another talk. And if you're going to do another talk, it's going to be, just let me also know what topics that you need me to talk about. Yes, and then I will try and do some research into it, and I will dive into it with you guys. And once again, hold on to your pie and don't sell out. Okay, keep it going. Take care, bro. Yes, take care, all of you. Be safe out there. Don't talk too much about your Pi coins, especially once mainnet comes, because there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be looking for that opportunity. Pi to the moon and over. Pi past all the moons. We are going all the way to the very edge of the universe, as much as our tentacles can reach. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I would really appreciate it even more if you could leave this on play afterwards. If you have the data to, please do. If you don't, that's fine. Just keep sharing. Share, like, subscribe to all people. Yes, straight to the family, to all people around. Share it on your social media platforms. Share it so that other people will get to know and understand that Pi Network is not joking. We are serious, and we are going to make a shaking in the global cryptocurrency. We are going all the way past to the top, pushing Bitcoin somewhere. As you already saw today, Picoin just giving Bitcoin a hard, tough time. Okay, thank you all for coming, and I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time and have a good day. Bye bye.